Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and Battlefield 1 Incursions are here, not just on PC, but also now on console. I've played it on Xbox One, and I'm going to give you my first impressions, and as you can tell from the title of the video, it's a bit of a mixed bag for me, because I will say right off the bat that once I got into a game, I did have fun. I really like the concept. It's a 5v5 competitive experience based around objective play, with a pretty deep class system that entirely rebalances things from the main game in order to create a more tactical experience. And I think if it had been executed better and far earlier in the game's life cycle, then it had the potential to be pretty awesome. But at this point, I just don't really get it. First off, on Xbox at least, and I think this is the same across the board, just with maybe different file sizes, Incursions is a separate application to Battlefield 1, and it's like an 18GB download, which is pretty damn sizable, and anything that isn't native to the game, i.e. selectable from an in-game menu, isn't likely to see a whole lot of playtime. And this really shows. There were literally a handful of games going on when I tried to play. Keep in mind that it's 5v5 as well, so this is a minuscule player population overall. So the wait times to get into games can be pretty long. Plus at one point, the timer went over the estimated wait time and just disappeared without any explanation, so I had to restart the search. But this is a minor gripe when compared with the biggest issue I have with Incursions currently, and you may argue that this will be changed in time as they sort things out, as this is a first look or whatever DICE are calling it, but you can only search for a maximum party size of 2 currently. 2 people for a quote-unquote competitive ranked experience. This applies for both the practice playlist and the ranked playlist. To me, that's just not acceptable. I assume the problem was that some high-skilled teams were dominating on the PC version, but guess what? It's a ranked playlist. That's kind of the point. And do you know what's more fun than playing a competitive mode solo? Playing with your friends. Look at CSGO, look at Halo, look at Rainbow Six Siege. You grab your mates and you go and try to climb the ranked ladders. You've currently got barely anyone playing Incursions, and you're limiting the matchmaking to a maximum of 2 people per party for a 5v5 mode. That's insane. How on earth are you going to get a decent amount of people to play this thing that has seemingly had so much work put into it? Again, this may be altered as they work on the matchmaking further, but as a first impression, this is going to turn a lot of people off. But worse than that, when I tried to search with just one other person in my party, it would just fail, no matter what we tried or how many times we tried. I was attempting to play with Game Over and it simply wouldn't have it. And yet, we then got put into the same lobby on opposite teams. That's not how you provide a fun experience for people. So essentially, it's a lot of waiting around and a lot of frustration. And also, the training range that you have available is as bare bones as it can possibly be. A set of dummies that you can shoot with the different classes. Not exactly extensive, but to reiterate, the Incursions game mode itself was very enjoyable to me. Although I think the maps could maybe do with being slightly smaller, so there's a bit less downtime between engagements, but overall, I like it. And yet, and I want to be wrong here, I can't see this taking off in Battlefield 1. It's too late and there are too many problems. It would require so much work and so much marketing in order to get people interested that I just can't see it happening. The player base has already dwindled too far, and it's an entirely different experience that I assume most players probably won't even consider trying out, especially if it's a separate large download. So I'm hoping that the time spent creating Incursions and working on it now is being used as a model for it being properly implemented in the next Battlefield game, and hopefully either from its release or not long after, otherwise the interest simply won't be there again. But this is all just my opinion. What do you think? Are you interested in Incursions mode, or do you agree that it's simply wasted potential at this point? Let me know in the comments below. Now we need to quickly shoot over to the Board of Awesome to show our respect to the fantastic people who choose to support the channel on Patreon. Their doing so allows me to create content for you full time, so thanks to everyone on here. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, then the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below and in my pinned comment, where you can support the channel from as little as $1 a month if you so wish. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.